Testing, testing. I'm going to assume this is working. Welcome to the Will Studios. And I decided to do a little afternoon stream. We'll see if anyone pops by or cares to watch me draw some turtles and just chill out. It's easy to think about what to talk about and then freeze up on stream, but I was really thinking about what do I need? What does my artwork need? Definitely more blacks. I talked to my brother yesterday, and conflict is useful, okay? Because it doesn't come out of nowhere, alright? I've been talking about making this comic book for years. I put out that cover and the preview, and yeah, it was people want to see a finished product. They don't want to see my work in progress, hey, here's where I'm at, I was challenging myself a lot, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. I got a lot of feedback, I'm working on it. He wanted me to, because he wants to see my comic book happen. He wants to see me make my dreams come true. I appreciate that. But I'm not going through Upwork for shit. That's a bunch of furry artists. That's part of last year, getting back online and stuff, and I'm sort of getting a feel for what the landscape is like, and where I would go for if I want to get a comic book done, or if I want to get it, okay, Eric July, how much was Cliff Richards? You know what I mean? Okay, he used the 3D assets, the comic book was bad, but it was mostly because of the writing and stuff like that. If the writing was good, then the art was good enough to carry a story. But a lot of it didn't make sense. A lot of the art could have had another go over. It didn't catch on the way that it could have. Right? So if I have a good story, and I could afford someone like that, okay. Anyway. I'd like to just get better. And that's just take time. Time and focus. It's going to take more focus from me to make it really happen. But I also want to get something else going. And so I've been thinking about pizza stuff. I'm using a real fat pen. This is going to end up being an underdrawing, basically. For anyone, because I'm talking and drawing. Just worth thinking about. Thinking can make it tough, especially when I'm working with big fat Jesus Christ, dude. But yeah. Because, Comicsgate versus the Rippaverse. The Rippaverse definitely does come off like having that attitude of like, this is a business. Let's get it done. It would be nice if there was like, I don't know. I shouldn't talk too much shit until I get my shit done. I read ISOM 1. I was very disappointed. I was actually very excited about the idea because stepping in as a new creator, stepping into the space and seeing, like, being introduced to the whole YouTube comic book promotion space and seeing the money that people could be making if we were getting along or whatever. I don't know, man. Who proofread that script? Whatever. This is not an Eric July hating channel. This is a Will is gonna make his fucking dreams come true channel. Today I did some market research for the food truck idea. Because starting a pizza business, because I can make some amazing pizza. I have a pizza dough going right now. When I get my pizza oven, I expect positive results. Let's just say that. But I went to a place called La Baya today. And that's like a real strict Neapolitan style. Am I coming in alright? Real soft crust, but not doughy. Like it was soft and light. Whereas, Jesus Christ, dude, Pizza 007 deserves like a 2-star rating. Not a 4.8 on Google. That's nonsense. That was garbage. That was freaking DiGiorno level pie. And what's weird is, I look back there and I see the guy stretching the dough, and it looks alright. But why was it so... Anyway, there was probably like no fermentation. I don't know, man. I'm never going to make a dough like that. It needs to be soft and crunchy. There was no crunch to the La Baya Neapolitan dough. It was good, though. It had a good flavor. It was obviously cooked on... Like, you can taste when it's cooked on a hot stone. On, like, a real, like, 950, like, super hot. I've been making my pizza in my home oven. Like, just cranking it to 550. And, letting the pizza steel, like, heat up for, like, an hour, 2 hours. Like, the longer I let it heat up, like, the hotter the better. I'm going to change everything about that vase. But why is it that all my pizza dough turns out crunchy and the gluten structure? Like, if you look at a Vito Locapelli's YouTube channel and you look at the gluten structure that he gets in his pizza, and it's these big, pillowy pockets of air, and there's really no mattress. Like, when I'm talking about pillow crust pizza that I've been, you know, it's like La Baya is a nice, light, downy, goose feather pillow pizza. There's no crunch to it, but it's very nice. And then Pizza 007 is like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. It's like freaking a mattress, you know, an old mattress. Nah, well, I shouldn't be that harsh. It is a mattress, not an old. It's like a Serta mattress. I only ate 1.5 slices of that thing. And I tried reheating it. It reheated like a DiGiorno. I don't think they were using good cheese over there. Um, it's just so strange. Anyway, my pizza's going to be more between like a Neapolitan New York style pizza. I want to get that down. But I'll probably offer like 2 different types of pies. And also how you work the dough, cuz it's almost like when they spread the dough, I wish I could have watched them do it so that I could see if they were pushing the air out towards the edges when they did it, or if they just did the dimple, 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 whatever, and put the sauce down. It was great cheese, though. Labaya was using great cheese, great sauce. You could tell they were using high-quality ingredients. So they, you know, I'm giving Labaya a 7.9. If it had some crunch to it, it could have leaped to like an 8.3, 8.4. And I would retroactively downgrade some of my previous scores. But they stand. They weren't using wood in their oven either. It was a propane, big old pizza oven. I had to like peek my head around a little bit to catch a glimpse of it. So I was having him like leaning back, taking a bite of his pizza. Should he just be holding it and chewing a bite of his pizza? I'll do that. Pizza can be like here. I hope I'm not muted or anything. Matt's not around to tell me. It says I'm not. Oh, man. But yeah, I gotta, the conversation was good, ultimately. Okay? Because I came away like, okay, I need to figure out what I'm missing so that it can all come together. Be working on the comic book. Be working on some sort of audience engagement. No one's watching right now. That's fine. I gotta get that second channel started. But yeah, man, I got a little despondent, I'll be honest. Because he was, it was a long conversation, and the whole thing was like a small part of it, but I was like, you didn't like my cover? You thought it was 15-year-old Will? I think he romanticized his 15-year-old Will's skills. Although he was very skilled, he never applied himself. And he did not understand nearly as much. It would take him a lot longer to produce what 38-year-old Will is doing. But there was a long gap where I was just like, I kind of stopped. I always had the gift, but I wasn't working on it till I was like 30. And then it was like trying to get that engine started, And it would literally be like, it would take me hours to draw something that was not good, in my opinion. Now I can draw something that I don't think is necessarily good in like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. But yeah, man, you got to get motivated sometimes by, people that want you to live up to the shit that you say you're going to do. Because we need those, I need those people in my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't do anything. Like, this world is made to capture you. I just spent, because I was a little down about, the conversation, where for a minute there I was like, how am I going to get this expedited? How would I find a collaborator? My brother is offering to pay for something, but it's like, I'm not going to ask him to piss his money away. I'd rather have him put, if he's going to put money into a business that I'm starting, it would be a pizza business. So now, I'm thinking about that, and I might just be the pizza comic book guy. And you know what? Running a pizza truck might be a great way to promote my artwork. You know what I mean? Because I would definitely have like a chalkboard. Should he be with his mouth closed? Because he's chewing. I'm like talking and forgetting what I'm actually doing. And then I'm falling back, because like back in the day I would just draw a Ninja Turtle. I'd be like, That's a pretty accurate rendition of me when I was literally like 4 years old. He always had the gift. He's always had the gift of the arts. He always had the eye. But he had a brutal mercy injury when he challenged a man who outweighed him by a good 80 pounds to a game of mercy. And Will would never give up. But he did give up that day. Because he snapped the fuck out of his wrist. And then Will being Will, he didn't go to the doctor. He rehabbed it himself. And so for a long time, he didn't think he could draw. He didn't think he had the wrist for it anymore. He would draw for more than 4 or 5 minutes, his wrist would hurt. But destiny won't be denied. But yeah, for a minute there, I was trying to think about how it would work. Because, what if I could take one of these furry artists, right? These, because my first girlfriend was very artistic. And she was determined to become a professional artist, right? And through her, I met a bunch of people who were also, looking oh, I'm going to work at Pixar, I'm going to work at Disney, I'm going to do this and that. I do feel, what's up? Genuine, what's going on? I'm just rambling. Eating pizza, drawing Ninja Turtles. But I was just talking about the type of person who goes to art school. Because I'm like, if I was going to hire an artist, if I was going to go, because my dad's like, when's the comic book coming out? Will, TikTok, you've been talking about this. Maybe we should maybe I could help you hire somebody through, Upwork. And I go through Upwork, and I'm like, I don't want any of these people drawing my comic book. But I'm like, what if I could find one? What if I could find one who I could, be like, just draw my backgrounds for me so I can move on and we can pump this out. We can assembly line this thing. But I don't know. I've never thought about hiring an artist, so I don't even, I asked Grok how to do it. He gave me some ideas. How did you find Pow? Roderick's genuine. And I'm waiting. I bought the first 5 issues digitally of Perfect 10, so I'm looking forward to reading those. I don't know how to cast with people, or I'd invite you in or something. But my path was a bit different. I came back to art, so it's almost like it's hard for me to like feel like I'm part of that. I always feel like I'm an alien among those people sometimes. See, I need to get more active on Instagram. It's one of those things where it's like I'm always talking about doing it, like just posting more often, and like just even unfinished things, like just trying to get eyes and get people to network. But I didn't really feel like working on release right now, because I just feel like I want to get a little bit of mojo back. Absolutely, man. But I got my pizza oven arriving on Friday. I'm very, very excited about that. I really ought to get the dough going, that is, tonight. And then in the next year, I might have a food truck. And then I'll just be able to put posters of my stuff up, you know what I mean? And go around the city and just go around like college campuses and sell pizzas. And then they'll be like, what is this? I'll be like, go to this website, check out my comic book. And then hopefully that'll create just like a groundswell of like, oh, this is a local guy, artist, pizza man. And I'll become like a folk hero. I think that's a good plan. Is that what anchovies would look like on a pizza? Anchovies are a little bigger than that. How are things going for you, Genuine? Or Dave? These guys gotta have a rug. Wow. What happened? No, I'm drawing for fun. I don't take commissions. Just because the way my schedule is, and dude, I'm like Da Vinci, he never finished freaking 70% of his commissions. I don't want to do that to people. I've taken like one commission in my whole life, and then it was 2 pictures, right? This girl wanted these tattoos, and they were buxom Egyptian gods, right? Isis and Anubis. Not Anubis isn't the name. Whatever. But that one. The death one. And I drew the Isis one, and she was like super hot. You'd be proud of it, you know. And I wanted to make a female Anubis with like perky little boobs. But then when I showed it to her, she's like, this is like too suggestive. Like, I'm going to put this on my thigh. Like, I can't have it. And so then, like, I don't know, man. I kind of lost passion in it. This was years ago. Because then I was, like, designing, you know. I was still discovering things that I needed to work on as an artist. And yeah, that first Anubis looked pretty good. She was pretty hot. I almost did a commission one time. But then they found somebody that they really liked who like had more artwork like completed, because I was still like really new. And I had found them on Reddit, and they were going to pay me like $50 for a like a cartoon version of themselves as a Pokemon trainer. And I had gotten like halfway through drawing their Gyarados, you know what I mean? Like coming up around him. And I was doing it like, you know, the Gyarados framed him, and he was like surfing on the body, right? And I had kind of framed him out a bit too. It wasn't that far off from being done. If I was going to do it kind of like in that kind of cartoony like style where I'm not putting like a crazy amount, it was going to be like just flat coloring, because I was still like kind of getting a grip on shading and stuff like that. I've found like through forcing myself to actually produce a comic book, I found like which parts I'm like too OCD about. And shading was one of those things where I still don't feel like I have like a great grasp of it. But I need to, like, okay, like his thigh, like I could put most of that in black, but it, you know, there's going to be bounce light, so I'll put like maybe, I don't know, man. It's like, don't overthink it. But yeah, this will just be an underdrawing. And I'm just using it to learn. I'm using, you know, every image sharpens you up. And because for the past 2 days I've been in freaking Skyrim VR, because I don't know if you are aware of the current state of Skyrim, but yeah, like imagine just walking around and you're in VR, so you can grab people by, you know, you can smack people. Like, you know, there's this one annoying elf wizard, and you can just smack him like mid-sentence. It's a lot of fun, but you're surrounded by hot chicks the whole time. You can go through menus and adjust, you know, everything about their proportions and their physics. If you played Skyrim right now, like, especially like the VR Skyrim, it's so crazy. Like, and it really is poison. Because, like, you know, I'll just waste time modifying the game and just adding more hot chicks, you know, skimpy armor, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's a lot of fun, you know. Like when you actually like run and are punching people, you know. But I'm a grown adult, and I gotta stay focused, and I gotta put these childish things away. I can't be doing this. Okay? It's not the way. It's not the way to success, alright? It's like, is his head too big? Or is it just because he's a Ninja Turtle? That's better. Alright. I was gonna move on and start framing out the background again, but I'm gonna keep working on these guys. Dude, being a grown adult is boring. It's kind of bullshit. But I gotta be an adult to give the kids something to live for, dude. Because right now, they're starving. They are starving, Dave. They need entertainment. They need real good stories. They need artwork that is not made from AI. From someone who is under 50. No offense to over 50-year-olds. I don't know how old you are. And I'm not that far off. Like, you know, the last 10 years flew by, so the next 10, I'm assuming, are gonna disappear. Yeah. I'm 38. Where are you from? You're in Europe, right? I think I remember that much. I want to say you were in, like, one of the Nordic countries. But do they have good pizza where you are? What's the pizza like? What's the pizza situation in your hometown? Netherlands. See, but Domino's is garbage. That's the problem. And I'm sorry, no offense necessarily if you like Domino's. I am seeking pizza greatness currently. And I'm going to bring it to the people. And I will bring it to the people. And in America, like, there's so many different types of pizza. There's like Detroit style pizza, and then there's like a different style pizza in Pittsburgh where they keep the freaking mozzarella cold, so it's like it starts to melt on the hot like tomato pie, so you get this, it's like a different texture out of the mozzarella, which is very interesting. Then you have like the Chicago deep dish pizza. Which can be fantastic or garbage. Every style pizza can be fantastic or garbage. Take care, dude. Godspeed. Have a great dinner. Once again, we're alone. Now we can talk about the real shit. Now we can talk about the dark shit. So now I'm trying to visualize so that, the big gray square is just, where's the horizon line, right? And I wanted to put some workout equipment back there that you could kind of see off to the left, maybe. I don't want to look up what the actual sewer headquarters look like. But I want to map it out. I'm not going to be able to live stream too much longer because I do have things to do today. And hey, we already got 37 minutes in. So, the way I'm thinking about this is the way the image is. You're not going to, if you're looking at the whole background, you're only going to focus on one side or another of the turtle, right? Because I'll put it like a barrier between them. So I'll have two vanishing points, so it'll be kind of like that way. I think that'll be good. Man. Great idea, Will. Thanks, man. So, if I'm gonna put... Hold on. Go see what the boys... Oh. It's the neighbor. Gotta remind myself I'm still live. Comfortable 0 viewers. Nobody's gonna tune into these draw streams other than like other professionals, people who are like checking you out, talking shop, whatever, you know, maybe other like aspiring artists. But really those people should have their heads in a notebook, you know. So one of the things that I see that people like struggle with is building an audience, and you know, I'm going to be trying to do that in many ways. But it's definitely not going to be through these draw streams. These draw streams aren't it. Freaking people talk about drama and shit online, and it's like, the drama happens because people are hanging out on those streams. Anyway, we need to be talking about things other, like if you're doing a stream and you have an art, I feel like you have to be talking about something other than comic books if you want to build a real audience. If you want to build an audience more than like 6 people watching at a time, you have to talk about anything but comic books. Anything but making comic books. It could be about current events. It could be about stupid movies. You know, anything. And I'm like, I'm more excited about pizza than like freaking reading articles and broadcasting my opinion. Frankly. Like, I'm not mentally ill like some of these people. Well, I'm mentally ill, but not like some of these people. Totally different thing. Then I'm gonna actually drag that over a little bit, because I want this side of the room to be like a little more angled down that way, because like that'll be like the exit or whatever. And I should put the payphone in there. Put the exit sign there. What is happening on that side of the room, dude? I don't know. There. I'll just have it go like that. So, over here can be a workout area. I want to put like one of those Jackie Chan dummies. I might actually look up where the sticks are for that, so it can be actually, like, accurate. Let's hang a punching bag over here. Of course, it's gotta be, like, beat to hell. Fuck is texting me. This better be my wife with pictures of my fucking kids. Oh, yes it is. Gotta be taped up at the middle because they're kicking the hell out of it. You know what I mean? Ooh, maybe make this like a have some like shuriken sticking out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely make it like a bigger poster, more like a target practice. Poster of like a Foot Clan member. What's up, boy? What's up, buddy? Huh? What's going on? Yeah. Whatever. Do you need to go out? Alright, well, that's the end of this stream. It's about time for me to wrap up anyway. This will be good. Once I'm finished with it. And then back to release.